Greetings everyone. Well, it's Blu-ray update time again here on the Multimedia Chronicles. Today I got a selection of stuff from collections that I have, basically fills for my collections, various TV show collections that I needed the latest edition of, or needed there was an upgraded edition I wanted to get, or it was a replacement for something that I had a long time ago but haven't had for a while but wanted back in the collection, whatever. Anyway, whole bunch of TV show sets that I picked up on Blu-ray recently. So let's check out what I got today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Now this first one, you may know I've done a few videos on the complete series sets that I have of this particular show. I got the complete series DVD collection a while back, did a video about that. Then I got the Blu-ray edition when that came out, 10, 15 years later. Did a video on that and also compared it to the DVD edition. But it had everything except the very last season, which this was a TV show that ran many years back in the 90s, and it came back for a couple of mini-series. There was a couple of movies. I have the original series up to the first revival mini-series. I have both of the movies, so all I needed was the last season to complete the set. I'm of course talking about the X-Files. Yeah, so this is X-Files Season 11, which is, what, 6 episodes or something? It's not very... 10 episodes. 10 episodes. Which is basically the last blast for the X-Files, because I know shortly after this, Gillian Anderson basically said she's done. She's not coming back for any more. She's finished with it. And I don't know if she's just finished with acting now or what, but because I know she also decided not to come back for the remaining seasons of American Gods. She was fantastic in season 1 of that, but yeah, alas, Scully is no more, and that is it. That is the last blast for the original X-Files team. It's not to say they might not do some other X-Files thing at some point without Scully. I can't see it working without Scully, though. But anyway, finally got the last chapter of the collection here, so just a fairly straightforward set. Now, I also wanted to get this because, of course, it is a Fox release. Let's just take a look. The inside, we got some artwork there, and also all the contents are listed on the inside of the insert. But, yeah, another reason I wanted to get this is because, of course, the X-Files was put out by Fox. And with the recent Disney acquisition of Fox's catalog, basically everything Fox went immediately out of print. Now, I hear what a lot of you are saying. It's like, but they still have a bunch of stuff on Amazon. They're not out of print. It's like, okay. Just because they've got a few extra copies left in the warehouse doesn't mean it's still in print. Once those are gone, they're gone. It's like, well, what about Shout Factory? They got a bunch of Fox licenses. Well, yeah, obviously they have a license to carry that content for a certain number of years. But I guarantee you, once that license lapses, Disney ain't renewing it. So, my point is, if you've been waffling on any Fox titles, be they straight from Fox or from boutique labels, don't put them off anymore. Get them now while you still can, because once they're gone, they're gone. Once those contracts end, they're not being renewed. Disney wants to put all the Fox stuff in the vault and dole it out slowly as they see fit, often as Disney Movie Club exclusives. Case in point, the X-Men. Shortly after the Fox acquisition, they put out the X-Men trilogy, the original 3 movies, on Disney Movie Club, with a big advertisement saying, finally available on Blu-ray, the X-Men trilogy. It's like, what are you talking about? It's been available on Blu-ray since the dawn of Blu-ray. But they're trying to make it seem like they're doing like the whole vault thing again. Basically, this forced scarcity to get you to jump on these releases as they dole them out slowly to you. So anyway, the moral of the story is, if there's any Fox titles out there that you've been wanting to get them now. All right. You've heard it from the Z-Man. I never steer you wrong on these things. Trust me. Get them now. Next up, less panic-driven this time. Simply a fill for one of my all-time favorite British sci-fi shows. We got Red Dwarf, The Promised Land. Yes, there we go, with the snazzy slipcover, no less. So this is the only one I needed for the collection. For anyone wondering, no, I do not have the Blu-ray sets that they put out recently. They did do an upscale of them for Blu-ray. I don't have those. I don't know if they're actually available in Region A land. It might only be available as an import. But I do have a region-free Blu-ray player, so I mean that's not a problem. But I've seen the upscales, and they look fine. They look decent enough, but honestly not a big enough increase over the quality of the DVDs to really make me want to jump on them. So I'm just sticking with my DVD releases for now, which are wonderful DVD releases, loaded with extras, like almost Doctor Who level of extras. So quite happy with those for now. Anyway, what do we got on here? So yeah, so this is quite a fairly straightforward little set. And this time around, instead of doing a full season, they did just a movie, basically, that kind of finally tells us what happened to the cat people who left Red Dwarf many, many years ago. So pretty cool. I should tell you, actually, just in terms of extras, what is on these. So, XFiles, we have Conversation on the Fox-a-Lot, the Scully Effect, a gag reel, Green Production, audio commentary on selected episodes, not all of them, I guess, Solve for X, Season 11, and Implanted Memories, 25 years of the X-Files. Very cool. And then on Red Dwarf, we have The Promised Doc, so I guess a making-of special about The Promised Land, Through an Audience's Eyes, Red Dwarf, The Promised Land Smeg-Ups, and Deleted Scenes. So, very cool. Very nice indeed. Next up, this was a panic purchase, and thank goodness I had the money to spare at the time, because the company that put this out suddenly and unexpectedly went out of business. They just closed their doors for good. Shut down the whole operation, and everybody who was a fan of this particular boutique label was stunned and shocked and dismayed, because they were one of the top labels for British television DVD and Blu-ray releases for years, and they had just recently expanded their business to the North American market, so getting a lot of their releases over here as well. Previously, they were only available overseas. You could get them as imports. Some of them were region-free. Most were not. So it was a really big deal when they expanded their market to North America for, North American fans of British television. And then they went tits up. So I don't know what happened. Nobody seems to know what happened. They just closed their doors for good. So needless to say, there was a huge rush on titles from this particular company. I'm, of course, talking about Network. Yes, Network, the famous boutique label, one of the biggest boutique labels actually for British television, and some movies as well, but mostly known for their television releases, is no more. That's it. Their website is shut down. Everything was, they had like basically a big fire sale and everything. It's sold out almost instantly. So I jumped on this particular one because it's one that I really wanted. It's not even that old of a release, only a couple years old. We have the complete series of Monty Python's Flying Circus on Blu-ray. So this is a beautiful remastering of the set, done with utmost care and absolute love for the source material. Terry Gilliam was involved in this and provided a lot of his original film prints for the animated segments and like the animations and everything. So the animations look amazing, and I don't know if they had access to the original location film for it, but I mean, everything is essentially either upscaled or rescanned. Whatever source material was available, the best available they had, they used, and it looks great. They did such a good job on this, and not only that, but they also reinstated a lot of material that had previously been censored on other releases. I think I used to have the A&E DVD set of Monty Python's Flying Circus, and I remembered that there were certain episodes that had some censorship. Some of the racier jokes and whatnot had been cut out, that had been present on the old Paramount Video VHS releases, which I also had a bunch of back in the day. So it was very head-scratching. Anyway, this restores everything that was in the original broadcasts, so they are complete and uncut in that respect. And a bunch of the episodes also restore additional material that was censored before broadcast. So this is as definitive a collection as you could possibly hope to get. It is absolutely phenomenal, and the quality is great, and just the completeness. It is by far the most complete version of Monty Python's Flying Circus that has ever been released on any format. So fantastic. So this is just a very nice set. You just got a slip box there. Kind of, does it list contents? It just basically gives you some blurbs about it on the back. Nothing really about the contents themselves. Same artwork on the case. And then inside, we actually have a nice little booklet. Sorry, I have the fan on because it's still the heat of summer as this is being filmed. And just a booklet about the restoration. And then you have disc-by-disc breakdowns of which episodes are on each thing. Of course, it can be a little tricky if you're looking for a specific sketch. You might want to fire up a wiki or something to get a more detailed breakdown of which sketches are in each episode, because this one doesn't really give you that. It just gives you the episode titles, which don't always tell you everything. Things like, well, Season 1, we have Wither Canada, Sex and Violence. Oh, how to recognize different types of trees from quite a long way away. So at least you know where that one is. Owl Stretching Time, Man's Crisis of Identity in the latter half of the 20th century, It's the Arts, You're No Fun Anymore, Full Frontal Nudity, The Ant, an Introduction. Untitled, there's an episode titled Untitled. The Royal Philharmonic Orchestra Goes to the Bathroom, The Naked Ant, Intermission, and then we have special features. So, yeah. Anyway, that's basically just, you know, silly titles for a very silly show indeed. And it gives you all kinds of info about the extras and stuff. Nothing else on the booklet there. And then inside, yeah, same kind of thing, but a more detailed breakdown of the extras. Individual disc art broken down by season. And there you go. Quite a nice collection, I have to say. And yeah, there you go. So, very nice. I think I'm going to re-angle that fan slightly because it's irritating me. Hold on a second. I'm just going to put this back in there. Ta-da! Alright, so yeah, needless to say, just in the middle here while we're going, if there's anything here that you'd like to add to your collections, I will of course include Amazon links in the description as usual. I really appreciate those of you who use my links because it helps to support the show. They basically just pay me in gift cards, so when you buy stuff through those links, it means that I can buy stuff for the collection. I don't get freebies anymore. It's been a long time since I got freebies from the publishers. So anything you see me do updates about is stuff I've shelled out for out of my own pocket. I'm just going to angle this slightly. There you go. Have to be cognizant of where the fan is blowing. Oh, that's much better. There we go. And where the camera is. This is actually take 2 of this update video because the last time I had the fan oscillating and completely missed the fact that it was blowing directly into the mic whenever it would angle that way. So, I'm just going to double check and make sure we're okay. Yes, blissfully quiet. Excellent. Excellent. So I really don't want to refilm this for a 3rd time. Last, but most certainly not least, we have part 2 of the final season of one of the most popular anime shows in recent years, based on the manga of the same name. Of course, talking about Attack on Titan. Yes, great stuff. So, as some of you have been keeping up with my updates may know, I've been collecting the limited edition versions of these, which are a little pricier, but very nice, very classy. You get them both on Blu-ray and DVD, and you get a nice little digibook in the middle with all kinds of, what is it? You got like storyboards, and I just turned to a random page here. Let me just show you. Yeah, you get storyboards, you get like little chibi comics based on each episode, just kind of making fun of things, and some very beautiful artwork. So, very nice indeed. But, not only that, But you also get, well, with this one anyway, you get this cool little package of extra content. We have, well, first off, those of you who saw my update with part 1, same thing. We get 3 more enamel pins. Very cool. Each one featuring a different Titan, I believe. Yeah, so they're all featuring a different Titan. So what do we got here? In this one we have the female Titan, the Beast Titan, and I don't know the middle one because I'm actually a little behind in my viewings of the show. I've actually only watched up to halfway through season 3. So yeah, I'm way behind. I'm probably just going to wait for the final set to come out and then just do a massive binge of the whole series. So here we have the backing that was originally on the back. It actually fits very nicely in that little box. And then we have some art cards. And they're kind of shiny too. I don't know how well you can see that. But some very lovely art cards. There we go. Oh, that one looks trippy. That's really cool. All the little images that make up, yeah, very cool. Or sort of exploding out of them anyway. Yeah, I mean, I hear a lot of you screaming, spoilers, spoilers! Well, I have no idea what's going on in any of these pictures, so I mean, like, it's just all pretty pictures to me. So, yeah, we'll, I'm sure, you know, when I finally get around to getting caught up on the show, I'll look at that, I'll look at these again, and I'll be like, oh wow, that's like so spoilery. Good thing I didn't know anything about what was going on, or that might have been a spoiler or something. Now, one thing that's kind of odd about this, and I don't know what the deal is or what's happening with it, but with the previous seasons, we would get a box. Let me just swap these around a little bit, maybe here, like that. Yeah, if we take a look here, like season 2, for example, we got a very lovely hard box. In this case, we had, you know, the whoops, I'm dropping, oops, whoops, there's the cover, and there we go. All right, and then with this one, we had an art book, which was very nice. But just to give you some idea, oh, I mean, look at that, like right off the bat, just amazing pictures, yeah. Anyway, we'll probably do a proper closer look at the entire set once we're done. And I'll give you a look at everything. Expect that one to be massive because it is a huge freaking set. Just give me a second here. I'm just going to put these back in the box. There we go. But anyway, so that's season 2. So that just came with the box. But then we had season 3, which was 2 parts. So part 1 came out. Sorry, I've got something stuck on my toe. Anyway, part 1 came out, and it came with the box, with just a placeholder cardboard thing for part 2. So then when part 2 came out, we just slide it into the box. And there you go. Nice big box. So we've had parts 1 and 2 of the final season so far. But no box. Where's the box? Are we getting a box, Funimation? Come on. Our OCD needs the box to go with the... There's the whole reason I got the limited editions in the first place, was to have them be consistent on my shelf in the collection. I need a box. So the only thing I can think of is they weren't 100% sure how many parts the final season was going to be. So they... where the hell is... There's a hair like sticking in my mouth. Where is it coming from? There. Sorry. The trials and tribulations of having long hair. But anyway, some people buy a sports car for their midlife crisis. I decided to grow my hair out, so just deal with it while it lasts. Anyway, yeah, so I can only assume that in this case, they're going to wait until all the sets are out, and then we're going to get the box. So it's going to be the reverse. I hope, unless they just stop doing the boxes, which means... Now, I missed the box for Season 1. I got just the limited edition sets, but never got the box. I was told there is a box out there, but I've never been able to find the box. If anyone has a spare box they want to send me for season 1, I'll be very happy, because I am boxless. So I guess in that respect, the set would have symmetry, because the first season and the final season would be without a box, but seasons 2 and 3 in the middle would have a box. I'm going on way too much about my box. So anyway, no box, but really cool sets. I think there's only one more coming, if I remember correctly. At the time of this recording, the final batch of episodes, the English dub, just premiered on television. So usually that means the Blu-rays aren't too far behind. So I'll have to keep an eye out for that. So as far as I know, only one set to go, and then it's done. It is done. It's been a long haul. It's actually been going for literally about 10 years. I think the first I heard of it was when I was still working at Shaw. And yeah, that was like 10 years ago. Like literally, like 2013 was when I first heard about it. So crazy. Anyway, that is it for this update, folks. I know not a lot of things, but definitely some significant ones. Some very desired fills for my various TV show collections. And yeah, it's nice to have those all taken care of. So this was a fill. This was a fill. This was a fill. This was a replacement, because I sold off that A&E set ages ago. I was kind of annoyed that the episodes were slightly censored, and I did not want censored, especially for Monty Python. You want all the dirty jokes intact. So yeah, so great to have this set. I'll be keeping this one forever. Alrighty, that is it from me to you for now, folks. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. Until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara.